I noticed that Wade Wilson he's been in prison since his Spencer hearing was up, and he was actually sentenced to death. And I just find it interesting on how many people are so infatuated with him. And I never understood that infatuation. Not the morbid curiosity where you look people up and, you might make a video or might talk about it with your friends or family, whatever the case may be. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that think that they can save them, And it just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. Because somebody like Wade would have done this again. He killed that Kristine Melton in her bed while she was sleeping. And then hours later, beat up his then girlfriend Mila in front of everybody. Then, after running away from that, he got stopped by the cops at a Joe's Crab Shack and then ran away from them. But since it was a misdemeanor at the time, they weren't going to chase him. And then he went and found freaking his next victim, 43-year-old Diane Ruiz, walking to work. And next thing you know, he's asking her for directions, and he somehow convinces her to get into the car. And she does, and then he strangles her and then decides to run her over. In his words, made her look like spaghetti. And it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense on how you can hear all of what he's done, being abusive to women, and how he's killed two innocent women, Kristine Melton and Diane Ruiz, and you still want to be with them. You still want to have contact with them. It just doesn't make sense to me. I guess you could say that even though we all know that if he was out, he would have done it again, and just say this, somebody got with him and then, try to be in a relationship with him, he would have tried to kill them, He's trying to get something over there, and it's annoying. I don't know what it is. Something in that sewer. There's a pipe that goes into there. But, he would have done that to them, though. He would have killed them. He would have definitely killed a woman that he would have gotten with, and he would have kept doing it until he got caught. Luckily, his dad called the cops and told him, I mean, I understand why somebody like Wade would be pissed off, but at the same time, I'd rather tell than know that I have on my conscience that he could possibly go kill somebody else, you know what I mean? But I feel like some of these women, men, whoever's contacting them and feel like they can save them, I feel like they're only mostly saying this because he's behind bars and he can't hurt them. Because it's true, he can't hurt them at all. And it's just an interesting subject because you see like the Columbine high school shooters. All of them are freaking, there's still people that like idolize them, and all these other serial killers that you've seen in the past, there's been people that are groupies of them, especially women. Not just, I wouldn't doubt there were men, but I know for a fact the majority of the people that were contacting them were women. But then again, I wouldn't doubt it probably would be the same thing reversed if it was a female serial killer, and then you have she's attractive, and then you have a whole bunch of men probably coming around doing the same thing, But I don't know. It's a sad situation. My condolences go out to the families. Both Diane Ruiz and Kristine Melton, plus, Wade Wilson's family. I feel bad for them because there's people out there that don't realize that just because he did something doesn't mean that it didn't affect his family too. It's a sad situation, and I wish this stuff would never happen, but something about life that's just not gonna be, it seems like. I just know that people are gonna say he deserves his death penalty, and whether you agree with the death penalty or not, I will say he's gonna be, with all the appeals that go through, he's gonna be on the death row for at least a good 20, 30 years, if not more. There's people on Florida death row right now that have been on there for 4 decades. There's somebody, I guess there's security over there. But, it's just crazy how that works. Some people say it's going to be a fast and painless death and whatnot, and I'm looking at it like, not really. Because it takes a long time for people to die and get actually executed. Not everybody, but if you look at it, for instance, Lorraine Cole, I think that's how you say his name, he was just executed August 29th, and he was on death row since 94, I believe. That's like almost 30 years right there. So he's gonna be alive for a long time unless he either kills himself or he ends up somehow dying of some type of illness or something else happens. But that's just a sad case of Wade Wilson, 30-year-old. He fucked up his life at 25 and never getting out of prison up until he goes out in a body bag.